What is poppin', fam? Spanik here, coach of your Alabama Crimson Surf, and this is my Week 5 CBA game against Dr. Jansko and the San Antonio Espurrs, and this is the team he could possibly bring. He has Neschroma, Suicune, Decidueye, Galvantula, Ninetales, Alolan Form, Hitmonlee, Sandslash, Alolan Form, Slurpuff, Gothorita, Mega Gardevoir, and Zydoge. And as you can see, he brought nothing I expected. Except for Zydoge and Suicune. Those I had were definites. Hitmonlee I had as a strong maybe. Gothorita and Slurpuff I didn't expect at all. And Decidueye I had as a weak maybe. So yeah, he didn't bring Neschroma. He didn't bring any of his Alolan ice types. I expected him to bring all those as well. So yeah, let's get into my team. First thing I noticed, Mega Scizor and Victini could really put offensive pressure on his team. That's what I have here, offensive Mega Scizor with Bullet Punch, Bug Bite, Roost, and SD. And Choice Banded Victini with U-Turn, Trick, V-Create, and Bolt Strike. V-Create just hits everything hard, Bolt Strike for Suicune, U-Turn for Momentum, and Trick, so I could trick a band onto Suicune or Neschroma. None of those would appreciate it. It prevents Neschroma from setting up, which would be really nice for me. Then I have my walls here of Diancie, Chestnut, and Gligar. Gligar was more for utility. Chestnut was my main answer for Zydoge and Alolan Sandslash. Gligar was kind of a plan B for Zydoge in case he brought both of them, which I expected him to bring both. Also Gligar was my defogger / knockoff user. No, here I also has Dragon Claw to hit Zydoge and has Leech Seed for recovery, or with Spiky Shield and Drain Punch. Diancie was my main check to Mega Gardevoir. It's a Spadef set with Diamond Storm that could 2 KO Mega Gardevoir, Toxic for Neschroma or Suicune on the Switch, Moonblast, and it's my rocker as well with Stealth Rocks. Gligar actually didn't have Roost because I wanted knockoff and U-turn on this thing. Along with Defog, and I was deciding with Toxic or Roost, but I ended up going Toxic. I kind of regret that, but what are you going to do? And now the last mon making its outro for the Crimson Surf, we have Scolipede. Yep, this is going to be Scolipede's last game. We have dropped him and Kamala, who hasn't seen action since week 1, for Weavile and Archeops. I wanted more offense. Weavile provides that. Weavile and Victini together provide a ton of offense for my team. I didn't want to lose the hazard removal I got with Kamala, so I ended up picking up Archeops, because along with providing more offense, it could set up rocks as well, and it could defog so I don't lose the hazard removal, and I gain another rocker in the process. So yeah, deciding to lead, I think I lead Victini, just to gain momentum on anything, but he predicts that very well, and leads with the Zydoge. So here I just pull a hard switch into Chestnut. It's my main switch into the Zydoge as he goes with 1,000 arrows. Does no damage as I'm Max Fizz Def, as he now pulls a switch into Gothorita, trapping me as I mitch the Leech Seed. I really didn't expect this at all, and I kind of forgot it got Shadow Tag until this point. That's why he brought it, so he could trap something like Chestnut. So good prep on his end, bringing it. I didn't expect it. As he goes with a Toxicking me as I go for Dragon Claw for damage, realizing there's nothing else I could do. I try to go for Leech Seed here, but he predicts that and goes into Decidueye. So early on, I'm getting read like a book here. I didn't realize there's really nothing Chestnut could do else. So there's really nothing Chestnut could do except check the Zydoge, but I have checks for it in Gligar. But I have another check in Gligar, so I just sack off Chestnut here for damage on the Decidueye. As now I just go into Victini, because it's the best thing right now. I can gain a ton of momentum as I click U-turn on the Zydoge, and it does a ton. So now I go into Gligar. He goes with 1,000 arrows. Does nothing. As I think I just knock off his Scarf here. Yeah, I do. As he goes for Glare. Now this was weird. He brought Scarf, Glare, Zygarde, probably expecting to get knocked off, and then he goes with a Glare powering something. So another good prep on his end. I was really afraid of Dragon Dance Zygarde this game. He probably did have it, knowing Jansko. He's known to bring some whack sets on his mons. So Jansko, if you're watching this, did this Zygarde have Dragon Dance? I'm actually quite curious right now because you revealed Glare. So yeah, if you're watching this, let me know. Did it have Dragon Dance? So I go for the Toxic here to get the poison on it. I actually Toxic predicting Suicune. But it's fine. He goes into Suicune here as I am able to knock off his lefties. And here I'm just going to sack my Gligar because his Zydoge is low. There's really nothing else There's really nothing else I could do. His Rocker, I don't think he brought a Rocker unless his Rocker was Zygarde. Now I just go into Victini and just pick up a kill here. Or not because I Bolt Strike and he predicted that. So I just pull a hard switch into Scolipede as he just glares. And then dies to Toxic. And then he goes into Goth, and Scolipede's able to take down this Goth, which is really nice. You probably expected that Psychic to kill, so Scolipede picking up a kill in its final game. As now I go into Victini's, he goes into Decidueye. He goes for Sucker Punch, it does nothing. I V-create and get a kill. So now Decidueye is dead. So now his last 3 months are Suicune, Hitmonlee, and Slurpuff. He goes into Hitmonlee. I pull a switch into Diancie, thinking I could take a close combat. But as you can see, I cannot. So then I decided to run the calcs. And unless he was banded, I should have been able to... It was a roll in my favor to take 2. It was a roll in my favor to get to take 2. Because look, here's the calc right here. Hitmonlee close combat versus 4 defense Diancie. That was my spread. It was max def. 17.6% chance to 2 KO after lefties. So after lefties, I could have taken... it was a roll in my favor to take 2. And I didn't want to pull any switches. On the off chance he wasn't banded and clicked Blaze and predicted Suicune, and predicted Scizor to come in, I didn't want him to click Blaze Kick. So I opt to stay in here and just risk the roll. But unfortunately, he does get the roll. Unless he was banded. If he was banded, it wasn't a roll in the first place. So now I go into Victini, force him out to go into Suicune. I predict this and go for Bolt Strike. Doesn't kill, but that's fine because I go for another one here and it kills and does kill. Speed. Now he goes into Lee again, clicks Fake Out, so now I know he's not banded. So therefore, he got 2 high rolls on my Diancie. Therefore, he had 2 high rolls on my Diancie right there. Lucky, 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 lucky. It's fine though. It's fine. It looks like I could still win this game with Victini plus Scizor, because Bolt Strike should be able to one-shot the Hitmonlee, and then I could get damage on the Slurpuff that should be in range for Suicune or Scizor. Why do I keep saying Suicune for Scizor? I'm really losing it. So that should make that. So a Bolt Strike on this and a Bolt Strike on the Slurpuff should be enough for Scizor to kill with Bullet Punch, even through a possible Babiri Berry on the Slurpuff. He goes for Poison Jab and gets the poison. I'm able to kill the Hitmonlee with Bolt Strike, but he does get the poison. Meaning now I don't get that damage on the Slurpuff with Bolt Strike. So therefore, if he's Babiri Berry, I'm pretty sure I lost this game. Unfortunately, he does end up being Babiri Berry, and then the Flamethrower is able to pick off my Scizor. So once again, Hacks getting me with that poison, that clutch poison on the Victini, ended up being the deciding factor. If he didn't get the poison, I would have clicked Bolt Strike on the Slurpuff, and that would have done like about 6. The roll was 66 to 77. I calculated after the game, and that definitely would have put it in range of Scizor Bullet Punch through the Babiri Berry. So therefore that poison did matter. Anyway, GG Janksko. Unfortunately, Pokemon has to be a competitive game. Pokemon's a competitive game, guys. Pokemon's a competitive game. I still can't believe I lost this game. I should have won this game. Spanik out.